Emily's heart pounded with excitement. She was eager to board her flight from Los Angeles to New York. This wasn't just any trip. It was for the most important job interview of her life. Everything was going perfectly, or so she thought. She held onto her ticket tightly, passed through security, and patiently waited at the gate. When the boarding announcement came, she smiled and moved toward the line. But fate had other plans. The gate agent glanced at her screen, then frowned. A sudden shift in her demeanor made Emily uneasy. "I'm sorry, ma'am, but your ticket is no longer valid." Emily's smile faded. "What do you mean, not valid?" "That's impossible. I bought this ticket 3 weeks ago. I even have my confirmation email." The agent sighed, double-checking the system. "It looks like your flight was overbooked, and unfortunately, your seat was reassigned." Emily felt the blood drain from her face. How could this be happening? No, I have to get on this flight. If I miss this, I lose my shot at my dream job." But the agent just shrugged, offering nothing but empty apologies. Emily's eyes darted around. Was no one going to help her? The terminal buzzed with travelers who paid no attention. Some glanced at her with pity. Others ignored her entirely. The airline staff was already moving on, trying to clear the area. Her flight was about to leave without her. And just when it seemed all hope was lost, something unexpected happened. As Emily pleaded her case, someone had been watching from across the lounge. A tall, well-dressed man with an air of quiet authority. He slowly stepped forward. His presence was commanding, yet calm. His gaze was fixed on Emily and the gate agent. A few passengers whispered as they recognized him. Without hesitation, he spoke directly to the agent. His voice was steady but firm. Why was this young woman's ticket cancelled? The agent looked up, her expression shifting the moment she recognized the man standing in front of her. Her tension was visible. Emily turned to him, completely stunned. Who was this guy? I'm sorry, sir, the agent stammered. The man barely nodded. Calm but unwavering, he made his decision. Give her my seat. Emily's eyes widened. What? The agent hesitated, glancing at the system. But sir, your ticket is for first class and... The man lifted his hand slightly, silencing her. That doesn't matter. She needs to be on this flight. The entire gate fell silent. Emily was speechless. Who was this man, and why was he doing this for her? The agent let out a deep breath before finalizing the transfer. Emily turned to face the man, still in shock. Why are you doing this? You don't even know me. The man smiled slightly. Sometimes you don't need to know someone to help them. Emily took a deep breath. Could it really be that simple? Just as she was about to thank him, she overheard whispers from nearby passengers. They were murmuring about the man. Wait, don't you recognize him? He's... Emily's breath caught in her throat. This man, he was a world-famous entrepreneur, a billionaire, someone who could have flown on his own private jet, yet here he was, giving up his seat for a complete stranger. But why? Emily met his eyes, determination growing in her chest. One day, I'll repay this favor. The man's smile widened just slightly. Just help someone else when the time comes. That's enough. And in that moment, Emily knew her life had just changed forever. Emily made it to New York just in time for her interview. And guess what? She got the job. But the biggest surprise came weeks later. One day an email popped up in her inbox. The sender, that man. You don't owe me anything. But when you help someone else, let me know. Let's keep this chain going. Emily stared at the screen, stunned. Was this really happening? She took a deep breath and smiled. That day she made a decision. One day, she would pay this kindness forward. And in that moment, she realized some things in life aren't coincidences. Months later, Emily sat at a cafe, overhearing a conversation at the next table. A young woman was crying. She had missed her flight and wouldn't make it to her final college exam. Emily closed her eyes for a second and smiled. She called the waiter over, left enough money for a new ticket, and turned to the girl. "It's your turn today." And just like that, the chain continued. If you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content.